Hello, my name is Patrick Schmidt, and I'm an accountant by trade. I spent 8 years in finance and accounting as both an external auditor as well as a financial accountant out in industry. I also happen to use BlackLine for over 5 years. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the talent shortage and how to recruit and retain an accounting team for the future. Right? So finance and accounting teams just have open roles right now, and they're faced with challenges filling those roles. So 66% of senior executives expect difficulty staffing those open positions over the next 12 months, which can absolutely be problematic. And there's burnout across the industry and across the accounting profession because the scope of accountants' responsibilities has ever increased, right? We have more demands than ever for our time. And honestly, we're struggling to keep up because we're not getting the extra hours in the day or the extra accountants that we need in order to manage these priorities.
Huh?
And I'm sure you guys have heard this, an article somewhere on LinkedIn that was being shared. There is a shortage of accountants. So there's less graduates with accounting degrees, and people are actually leaving the profession in droves. A Wall Street Journal article highlighted that more than 300,000 U.S. accountants and auditors have left their jobs in the past 2 years. That is a 17% decline. And me reading that, that's a scary statistic because that means that we're not going to be able to fill those open roles that are out there. And according to a recent study by RSM, 97% of executives expect the lack of available qualified workers to be problematic over the next 12 months. So our expertise are clearly needed more than ever. We play a vital role in business operations, right? We're finally seen as more than the back office paper pushers and, the traditional bean counters I'm sure you guys are familiar with, right? And there are strategies that have taken place in order to attract and retain top talent. And as you can imagine, compensation is going to be one of the first places that leaders are going to start. According to RSM, 68% plan to increase compensation in the next 6 months. And while compensation is important to recruitment and retention, it shouldn't stop there, and I don't think it will. Compensation is not going to be enough. So accountants really no longer want to be stuck doing busy work, right? They want to work in a best-in-class solution or software that's going to allow them to take advantage of automation, right? It's going to reduce our time spent in manual processes like spreadsheets, another topic that we've covered. And the manual work just takes too long. It's costing too much, and then it's going to negatively impact the morale of the team. Why? Because they don't get to focus on strategic work. And accountants are drawn to jobs and organizations where they can put in their best effort, right? Do their best work. And they can have opportunities to really flex their analytical and strategic skill sets, right? Again, working on special projects that they otherwise wouldn't have time for if they're stuck with their nose buried in a spreadsheet somewhere, right? And with BlackLine's financial close solution, really you can conquer the expanded responsibilities and expectations of accountants while also revitalizing our profession through finance and accounting transformation. Right? So that means driving meaningful efficiency in our core responsibilities. So automating whatever and wherever we can. Think about downloading data, manipulating data, having a printout supporting documentation. All of that becomes a thing of the past. And digital transformation is no longer a nice to have going forward. And even right now, it's an imperative. So not to mention, there's going to be a well-deserved increase in the work-life balance across the accounting profession. So long gone are the days of working late during the close, having to potentially go in on weekends and just, slog through the month-end close. We want that to be a thing of the past. And, end of the day, the accounting profession is going through transformation, but we need to embrace technology and accounting automation as a competitive advantage when recruiting and retaining your top talent, right? Allow your team to start doing the best work of their career by taking advantage of targeted automation that allows them to do what they became accountants to do, right? So if you like this video, please give the video a like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and then even drop in a comment if you want to talk about things within this specific topic or topics that you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thank you for being with us today.